outside of Ohio. Tell me where. And we'll make sure that you're on our map of bureau chiefs from around the country. You can see it over Bill's shoulder if you are watching. Nick is a brand new bureau chief in Austin, Texas. Love Austin. Another Nick is another bureau chief. He's in Detroit. Dustin listens in Columbia, South Carolina. Joe is in Knoxville, Tennessee. Nate is in Tacoma, Washington. Brittany's in Mattawan, Michigan. I know where that is. Another Nick is in Lahaina, Hawaii.
Hey, that's Maui.
Is it? Mm-hmm. All right, sir.
It's a really, really nice part.
Well, pardon me, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Adam is in Greeley, Colorado. Sergeant Mack is at Camp Riley, Minnesota. And Ray is in Fredonia, PA. I don't even know where that is.
I've been to Fredonia, New York.
There you go. I'll tell you what. In the Brotherhood of Fredonias, who knows how they stack up? They
have that famous song, Knights of Fredonia. That's Muse, right? That's a good song.
Knights of Fredonia. Green, 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 blue, yellow, red, green, 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 green.
You get it.
They have arrested a guy. Let me get this right. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Ohio is suing a guy in Chagrin Falls for hoarding and price gouging on thousands of N95 masks. Attorney General Dave Yost said that the state is filing a lawsuit against Mario Salwan and unnamed co-conspirators. They were operating an eBay store under the account Donkey476. And they were hawking 10 packs of the masks. These are the ones that they tell you not to buy so as to save them for frontline medical professionals. This is like life-saving equipment that those people need. Mm-hmm. But until recently, you could get them on Amazon. 3M makes them. And they're kind of top of the line. They're kind of like considered the industry standard if you really want quality masks.
And these guys thought it'd be a good idea to try and price gouge people at this time.
Yeah, they were selling them for more than $350 a piece. 15 people bought them at that price. But he had acquired thousands of masks in the past month.
And then there's going to be people like, oh, it's their property. They should be allowed to do that. It's not a free country.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. It is weird. And we've talked about this before. And Mary was kind of like, well, why can't you do that? Supply and demand, right?
I was talking about the stock market.
Well, stock market, too. But, yeah. I mean, states have laws against price gouging. But it is weird because the term has no fixed meaning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no one can tell you when the rising price crosses into criminal territory. Because the verbiage for a lot of states, I don't know what it is in Ohio, but like in New York and in Nevada, a lot of other states, they go, well, they used to define pornography. You know it when you see it, right? Mm-hmm. That's kind of what they say legally about price gouging. So states have laws against, like, quote, excessive pricing, but nobody has quantified what that is.
Mm-hmm. But you see it.
But it's a weird thing. Like, if people need it, I understand what they're saying. Like, hey, don't buy these because nurses and doctors and whoever need them because of the situation we're in. They're under.
That's just a scummy thing to do, and I think that's what it comes down to.
I'm just saying legally.
Right. And
I don't know how you get. I don't know at what point you get into trouble for it.
Right, but. I mean, at this point, apparently, where you are marking them up to $350, was it per mask or per 10-pack or whatever?
It says for a 15-pack.
15-pack, okay.
Well, so then it's got to do with, like you said, availability. Because, yes, that's that guy's personal property. I could put my $600 couch up for sale for $4,000, but people can go get a couch anywhere.
And what people are willing to pay for it.
That's what I'm saying. So, there's plenty of couches. I think it becomes illegal when you're the only option.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like Andrew Cuomo, people were texting me this in the break. Andrew Cuomo has just ordered people in New York to wear masks. So that's going to jack the price of these way. I mean, on the one hand, they're like, don't hoard masks because hospitals need them. And then they're like, everybody's got to wear a mask. So it's not like they're unavailable. And again, if you went to Amazon a month and a half ago, or when people started talking about this, before shelter in place, before any of that
February.
stuff, before people started dying, when they started talking about this, you could go, because I remember I went on Amazon and looked at N95s, and I didn't buy them because I was like, this is going to be. Part of it was I was like, other people are going to need these, and part of it was I don't know if it's going to get to that point, but these guys were selling 10 packs for $350 a piece. That's $35 a mask. That doesn't sound like price gouging to me. So
well, how much are they normally?
About $35 a piece, I think. I mean, they might have
really.
been. Well,
There's no way.
When I went on Amazon to look at these masks, they're not cheap. You buy them in 3 packs. The ones that I was looking at. Mm-hmm. By that time, they were already starting to kind of run out of them. So a lot of people were there was a run on masks, at least that particular kind. So again, I feel like for a lot of states, everybody agrees price gouging is a scummy thing to do, but it's very vaguely defined. So yeah, these guys clearly were trying to make a buck. Anytime somebody gets thousands of something, like the guys with a hand sanitizer, you know, if you're trying to sell a couple little squirts worth of hand sanitizer for $200, yeah, you're trying to take advantage of the situation. So somebody hit up the Ohio AG's office and was like, hey, these guys they referred to it as a 1,700% markup. So maybe when I saw the masks on Amazon, they were already
being marked up.
N95, these are for drywall.
N95
right,
masks,
it doesn't even tell you. It doesn't even say.
Under normal circumstances, an N95 mask costs between roughly 75 cents and $1.50.
Is that to make or to buy?
That's
I
retail.
Just saw that too.
That's retail.
Yeah.
Well, I thought even under normal circumstances they were more than that.
No, retail. Okay. So that's a ridiculous markup.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, they were trying to sell 10 packs for $350.
That's crazy.
At least. I saw a woman making her own mask, and she kind of had an ingenious way to not only protect herself, but also to keep people a safe distance. Is her mask
I saw this.
Has dozens of tiny penises on it.
Nice.
And so her thought was, if you can get close enough to tell what these are, you're too close to me. So when somebody tells me, hey, your mask has penises on it, I will tell them to back up.
You shouldn't be able to see it.
You shouldn't be able to see all the dongs on my mask.
We should bring back the, what are those, hula hoop skirts from the 20s?
Poodle skirts?
Poodle skirts.
Yeah.
We should bring those back. If you're within my skirt, get out of there.
If I lift up this skirt and I find people under there, you are not.
I would be real pissed if there's people in my
her
skirt.
Get out of there. 58. It's not going to end your dry streak anytime soon.
Yeah, I know those aren't. Yeah, okay. Well, those aren't 6 feet, but that's gives you a little bit of a border around you.
You've got a bit of a circumference.
Yeah, there's that guy that was walking around. He had like those foam noodles on a hat.
I'm not mad at that.
Keeping people away from him.
Don't hit my noodle. Mm-hmm. The Giant Eagle I was in today, they are doing one-way aisles. So you can You can only go up and down every other aisle, and it's like clearly marked, and it'll say like wrong way. So you'll see people that just don't care, and then you'll see somebody like like turn and like go the other way.
That's the thing that's very frustrating is when you see the people that aren't cooperating with these new measures that are put in place to keep people safe, and they're just like, well, it doesn't apply to me.
Yeah,
it's annoying.
But there's also so many mixed messages too. There really, really are.
What do you mean?
From the top on down. Well, they're doing one-way aisles because they're saying, hey, we'd like you to do this. Mm-hmm. We're kind of putting this on the honor system.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody who's not paying attention, you're going to go down the other way.
Yeah, I mean, you just turn a corner and you walk and you're like, oh, damn.
It might not be anything nefarious. I mean, do they have electrical tape in the shape of arrows down the aisle?
No, it's an actual, like, where they have the circles with the 2 feet, like at Target. It is a circle with an arrow that says this way.
It's very
this
obvious.
way. There's probably 20 of them down the aisle, and it says, like, one way. And then if you come the other way, it'll say, like, an X, and it'll say wrong way. Like, you can't go down the aisle that way. They are very, very clearly
It's like when
labeled.
the diamond lane is closed.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it is like, I caught myself, I'll come around the corner and start walking, like, and like turn around or whatever, but.
Did you smash into anyone's cart?
I did not.
Oh, that would have been fun. Come around the corner. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, even when I'm out walking my dog, like you see people like making that accommodation. Like they'll go into the street, or I'll go into the street, and you just kind of you give each other a wide berth, and I love it. I love the wide berth.
We took a walk this morning Gwen and I and
White
Nora
Bird Society.
and and the dog, and we were walking down our street, and Nora goes, boy, with the sickness, we've got the street to ourselves.
It's also 40 degrees.
Well,
It was
listen,
sunny, though. It was
the
nice.
more you walk, the less you die.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading how that whole 10,000 steps thing is made up. There's no science behind that. Mm-hmm. They said even
Just
if...
suggested.
Well, no, it came from somewhere, but they're like, it came from... I mean, we all know that, the more you walk, the less you'll die. That even a minimum amount of walking every day is... Bill Squire is proof, right?
I like walking.
But even if you walk 4,000 steps a day, it drastically improves your life. The 10,000 steps came from a clock that a Japanese company had made, and they called it the 10,000 steps meter because the Japanese character for 10,000 looks like a person running. And then that just kind of worked its way into pop culture or something else, but they're like, there's no scientific evidence based on the 10,000 steps thing.
Yeah.
It's just a nice round number that people kind of glommed onto.
But
Any amount of walking you do is good.
It's a very achievable number that if you just make the effort, you can hit that every day. And I think that's
10,000 steps?
Yeah, 10,000 steps.
I feel like there's a lot of people who would need time to hit 10,000 steps. I don't know that that's an easy mark to hit.
It's not super easy, but if
you need a lot of time to get 10,000 steps in.
It's about 5 miles. So
that's a long time to walk.
Right, but if
It takes you about 20 minutes to walk a mile. I mean,
people don't necessarily have that time.
20 or 30, depending on what kind of shape you're in. If you're a slow walker, you have bad knees or whatever. But
right, but then you adjust it to what you can do.
Right.
And again, it's not about actually getting the whole 10,000, but it's about getting up and moving.
Yeah,
like Alan said, you get 4,000 steps in a day. It's better than getting 687.
637. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank
sorry,
you,
I give you
Bill.
50 extra steps.
Thank you. And I actually got 1,200 steps today grocery shopping. So thank
good.
you. I'm doing great.
You are doing great.
Gwen had a similar story though, because I think she heard you mention it. She's like, "Yeah, that's about what I get in the house
right,
with
dude.
Nora." Yeah. So yeah,
Isn't she supposed to be chasing Nora?
I do the chasing,
Alan's
Bill.
job.
I chase.
He's the chaser.
My daughter's not trying to get away from Gwen.
I gotcha.
She's trying to get away from me so she
get
can go
back to
hang out with Gwen.
Gotcha.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
I hate the show.
Thank you, sir.
Just wanted to say I read the article about the price gouging on the masks. It said that they only cost $2.05 a piece, and they're selling them
for $35 a pop.
Yeah, so that's quite a bit.
It is, and again, I feel like maybe there are going to be a million things coming after all this or within what's happening, whether it's legally or socially or whatever. And I feel like they're going to have to be a bit more specific. Based on, like, you can't exceed this percentage of the price, because the language for a lot of states is really vague on price fixing and not price fixing, price gouging.
Well, they can't really sue right now, can they? Because there's no courts.
State of Ohio filed a lawsuit against this guy. It seems to me that they're finding courts when they need courts for stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
Because they're doing a lot of stuff on, virtually too. So they have that ability to still meet and file and do all that stuff.
Virtual court.
Just wanted to finish with a Phish dad joke.
All right.
Okay.
Why did the fish blush?
Why?
Because it saw the ocean's bottom.
All right, thank you, Mike. There's All right. Hey, speaking of Phish, I got a call about the band on the Alan Cox Show After Hours line. That is 216-986-8903.
Hey, Alan. Was watching the stream after work today, and I saw Phish came up on your show. Just wanted to know what you thought of Phish's ability to play music, or quote music, as well as what you thought of John Fishman's drumming prowess. As well, I wanted to know, Bill, what do you think about dating Phish head? Is it everything you hoped and desired for? I know you said some unfavorable things about going to see Phish at their festival last summer in New York, so I wanted to bring that up.
There you go, Bill. Your thoughts on Phish. I will tell you personally, because he asked me, like, hey, what do you think of Phish? There are few bands I can think of that I have paid attention less than Phish I don't know. I know like one song. I think they have a song called. Do you know them very well?
No, not at all.
Through Your Girl?
No.
They have a song called like the Man Mulcahy or the Band Mulcahy or something. That's literally the only song. I assume that they're good musicians.
They're great musicians.
I'm not a fan of jam bands.
I'm not really a fan of jam bands, but it's stuff that like she'll have it on when she's like cooking or just in the house, and it's very. Like, it's not annoying music. Like, I can listen to it and just kind of groove with it and just kind of, like, dance around with it. So I get why people enjoy it because it is, it's very rhythmic and it's very just kind of, like kind of gets your toe tapping a little bit. So I don't have any problem with Phish. As far as the concerts go, I'll make fun of it, but I'll probably end up going to one now that I'm dating a girl that likes the Phish.
Yeah,
peoples.
you're going to be there at a Phish show. Closest I ever got to Phish was...
But I've heard it's fun.
Probably 15 years ago, 20 years ago maybe, I went to see an Oysterhead show. This was a little super group they put together. Mm-hmm. It was Stuart Copeland, who's a drummer for the Police, Les Claypool, and Trey Anastasio was the guitar player. And they didn't do too many shows. They did like a quick tour. I think maybe they did one album, and it was awesome because I'm a huge Police fan, huge Stuart Copeland fan as a drummer. And I like Primus. In Phish, it was real good, but that's literally the closest I've ever gotten to Phish.
Yeah, it's
just not my thing.
It speaks to the people that it speaks to, and I get why she likes it, and I get why people have fun with it. It's just not really my thing, but it's people dancing and doing drugs. What you can do.
Alan, I work for FedEx Ground, and I walk all day, and I'm at 12,000 steps now, and I just start at 6 a.m. I can see doing 10,000 steps would take all day.
I'm at 10,000.
Yeah, but you walk your dog miles and miles at a time.
Right, but I'm saying but even
so you're not a normal case.
No, but
I'm
saying like if on days when I don't walk my dog, like I can still get 10,000 just by moving a little bit more than I normally would. And you space it out.
If you walk for 10 minutes every hour between 8A and 8P, you'll hit 12,000 steps. Somebody said.
Yeah, there you go. 10 minutes isn't too
And again,
bad.
a lot of people are working out at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
And it just depends on what kind of workout you want to do. Like you like doing the workouts that you do. I don't particularly like I like going to the gym and lifting like heavy weights, but I don't like
circuit training. I'm
circuit
doing
training and stuff
essentially
like that. Yeah.
cardio, but with squats
Right.
and push-ups.
So that's
it's body weight cardio.
Yeah,
is
and
what
that's
it is.
better than taking steps. But if you are just trying to get any movement and get any exercise, walking's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to do it to get from point A to point B.
Dude, I've crawled before. You don't know me.
How many crawls do you get in a day?
4,800.
There.
4,800
crab walk.
crawls?
Yeah.
4,800 crawls
That's
a day.
called knee
You know what?
walking.
If you crab walk 4,800 steps, that's probably pretty good for your core.
Jack up your triceps, too.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
You should actually try and get 4,800 crab walks. And
That'll mess up your wrists, though.
I have one strong wrist.
Well, the other one's going to collapse under your weight of your body.
His one wrist, he's got like a Popeye wrist.
Just the wrist.
Hey, Drunk Sue.
Hey, baby, how are you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. I wanted to give Mary a tip.
Ready.
Mary, when you go to the store, all you got to do when it says this way only, turn your card around and back up.
Thank you. I didn't think about that.
Well, see?
That's how Drunk Sue
is.
That's how she's hacking the system.
She's doing it.
She's gaming the system.
Hacking the system, baby.
Hell yeah.
Backing up.
Meep. Do you make the noise?
Nah.
No.
Because I ain't big as a horse.
Yep.
Yep. Next time you see that something is that's how you want to go in, just turn your card around and back up and act like you just
Did you
coming out.
say you're not as big as a horse? And that's the only people that use those scooters?
I said
No.
the noise.
No, I might. You know what? Maybe for fun.
There are disabled
go.
people that use those scooters.
You know, Poundcake, I love you, man.
I'm backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Cause my daddy taught me good. I'm backing the hell out of there. And I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, my god. I'm backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Cause my daddy taught me good. And I think maybe I should faint, but I don't. My daddy taught me good. I was putting one more tap of coffee in my coffee cup. And out the corner of my eyes I saw two guys come in. One with the black hoodie, one with the white hoodie, black hoodie, white hoodie. They said, we want your money, everybody down. And I'm like, oh. I wonder if he's coming now. And so the guy in black starts coming down, down, down. And I'm backing up. Cause my daddy taught me good. I'm backing the hell out of there. And I'm like, oh my God.
You guys remember the backing up song?
Absolutely not.
Love it.
My daddy taught me good. And I think maybe I should faint, but I don't. My daddy taught me good.
So stupid. I love the backing up song. It's like 10 years old now.
I know.
Oh, love it.
I've never heard that song.
KMBC, I think Kansas
One
City,
moment.
maybe.
The first song I ever heard on this show was Muscle Bitch, and that
I don't know any of these songs.
Oh, Muscle Bitch is
Muscle
great.
my
You know
roommate.
Muscle Bitch.
The whole reason why I know about the show is because my roommate would blare the show when he was studying, and he was just like, "Hey, Alan actually has interns that aren't just coffee getters." He was like, "You can actually get some airtime." And then I was like, "What are you listening to?" And it was Muscle Bitch. So this is
what you should play to get your 4,000 crab walks in every day.
Let me see.
I've got your finger. I've got your finger. I've got your finger.
That's not my finger.
Tricky donkey. Honky tonky. From San Francisco to Milwaukee.
I feel weird.
Get you pumped up, man.
Oh, I feel funky.
You're fine, my little donkey.
I feel dizzy. I feel sick.
You're fine, my little donkey.
I'm a muscle bitch. I'm a muscle bitch. I'm muscle.
Could you work out to this?
Still got
I
Hawthorne.
guess.
Could you crab walk to this?
Sure.
You still got Hawthorne wipes.
I'm muscle.
No, I don't have Hawthorne. I'll get it.
Flex your tummy. Mommy loves you. Do you love mommy?
I'm a muscle bitch. I'm a muscle
Just something to think about.
I'm muscle.
If you want a copy.
Nope. I'm okay.
Shoulders width apart. Back slightly arched. Stomach in, chest out. Time to hit your mark.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to think about. All right, I got a break. Another chance for you to grab $1,000 is coming up at 4:30. If you want to get